Welcome to Mountain View High School, everyone. We're right off the tip. A layup is put in by Rachel Glein, and it is quickly 2-0 Los Altos. Mountain View with their first possession, working against the 2-3 zone. Good pass inside to Hughes, who misses the layup. Fitzsimons, the putback is good. It's quickly tied up at 2. Los Altos with the ball, Ligro Mesa out top. On the screen, over to Monroe. Monroe, right wing, open three for Meso is good. 5-2. Los Altos early lead. Mountain View has had a great start to this year, tied with Palo Alto High School 4-0 up top of the Squall League standings. High post, here's Fitzsimons. Now swung around here, Serena Smith, their best defender. Jamie Hughes left wing inside to Fitzsimons, turns and misses the baseline runner by a lot. Rebounded by Audrey Jones out there with Meso, Glein, Enthavin, and Katie Monroe, who has the ball right now. Right wing, over to Enthavin, top of the circle. Her pass deflected, and it comes inside to Glein. Outside Enthavin, top of the key jumper, way too strong. Rebounded, tapped, and she gets her own miss. Monroe outside the arc. Monroe around a screen to her left. Monroe, right wing, pump faking. Jones, jumper, back of rim, no. Rebounded inside by Lundberg. Lundberg out there with Hughes, Tiffany Wang, Fitzsimons, and Smith. Hughes out top, guarded by Meso. Now here's Wang, over to Smith, left wing. Now Lundberg, over the top pass to Fitzsimons, goes out of bounds. And a turnover for Mountain View. They'll go over to the Eagles. According to their head coach, Judy Gautclair, that's what's haunted the Spartans, even with their brilliant start to the season at 13-3 overall. They've had way too many turnovers, and careless turnovers like that one. Jones, a three, rattles home. 8-2, quick start for the Eagles, who come in 4-9 overall, 1-2 in league play. Smith drives baseline, her floater from 10 off back rim and goes to 8-4 in favor of the Eagles. But in rivalry games, anything could happen, even though Los Altos comes in with far worse a record than Mountain View. Menthavin out top, swings it along to Meso. Her pass deflected and stolen by Wang. Hughes jogs it into the front court. Hughes stops, lobs it to Fitzsimons. Good catch around a double team. Goes out of bounds. He'll stay with the Spartans. 5:07 left first quarter. Here's a great swing pass to Smith. And Smith, known for defense, but quick shot there. Now off the inbound inside to Hughes. Hughes jump hook in the lane. Good. Crawls over the front rim. 8-6. Into the front court goes Meso. Meso pounding the dribble, lobs it, her pass deflected. Gets it back, hands off to Monroe. Monroe pounding the dribble against what is now a 2-3 zone. Jones, cross court to Meso. Shoveled along to Monroe, good pump fake, floater over, Hughes goes down. 10-6 Eagles. Eagles coming off a 50-43 home loss against the Palo Alto Vikings. We were there to cover that one, and that one started off well for Los Altos, but in the second half became a blowout. Fitzsimons misses in close, rebounded by Enthavin. This game, they've started out really well. Meso into the front court, bouncing over to Jones. Inside, entry feed a little too strong off of Enthavin. It will be Mountain View basketball. Here's the last basket. Great pump fake, and the help that time from Hughes was way too late, and that's what allowed Monroe to score. Rebecca Andrews has checked in for the first time for the Eagles, and she's out top on what looks to be a 2-3 zone. And now inside Smith, off glass, no good. But she works her way to the foul line for 2 shots. With the Spartans down 4, 3:51 left first quarter. Serena Smith has been dealing with a knee injury ever since the beginning of conference play. But she is a trooper and is fighting through whatever pain she might be dealing with. Misses the second free throw, but the rebound to Emma Bice. Bice in for the first time, along with Giovanna Ivanic. Number 40, inside Bice, turns off the glass, too strong. Ivanic the rebound and lays it in. 10-9, so that turns out to be a 3-point possession. Can't make Jacqueline Brody very happy. Andrews with it, running a 1-4 flat set. Here's Monroe up top to Enthoven, to Andrews' right wing. Andrews had it poked away, nearly stolen, and Smith shows her defensive prowess, knocking the ball into the backcourt. It does go out of bounds off of her, but great defensive play that time by Serena Smith. Great feed, and even though missed, Andrews got pushed underneath the basket, and that's what allowed Bice to get the good inside position. They'll roll it in, up 1. 3:10 and counting left, opening quarter. Meso's lob pass to no one in particular. That was a poor decision. Hughes the steal. Hughes over to Erin Kobashigawa, who's in for the first time, and now Smith's pass is stolen, deflected out of bounds off of Hughes. Another turnover for Mountain View. So at least through this first quarter, they haven't really gotten figured out of the turnover problem that's plagued them much of the year. Here's Monroe. Monroe working on Kobashigawa, drives past her. A hand check foul is called for Kobashigawa. No, they're calling moving screen, so legal screen called. That's the second team foul on Los Altos. I believe they got Legra Meso, but I'll double check on that, not sure. Here's Ivanic. Ivanic drives baseline, got fouled on the floor prior to the shot. It will be the third team foul on Los Altos. This time, they get Katie Monroe, her first. And Elise Fitzsimons checks in for the first time, replacing Serena Smith. Hughes will inbound, 2:35 left opening quarter. And her inbound goes to Bice. Pump fake, floater off the back rim, no good. Gets it back, but back no good. And rebounded by Enthoven. Monroe outlets over to Meso, looks inside. Meso will reset. 2:19 and counting left, opening quarter around the screen. Meso steps back over to Monroe. Monroe looking over to Meso. Baseline jumper, rounded down for Allegra Meso, making it 12-9. Here's Kobashigawa, now Ivanic. Ivanic over to Hughes, nearly got stolen, pulls up for three, good! For Jamie Hughes, ties the game at 12. Minute 50 and counting left, opening quarter. Meso into the front court. Working against the 2-3 zone now, around the screen to her left. Atop, here's Jones, rotates at Monroe, pump fakes, drives over to Enthoven, who got body checked, but a travel is going to be called. Apparently the contact did not make her fall down, although I would disagree from the first look. Here's Hughes into the front court after the turnover. Hughes over to Ivanic. Ivanic, high post, Fitzsimons, good back cut. Ivanic missed the shot, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. That foul is called on Monroe, her second. Great back cut. That's a little bit of the Princeton offense that they became so famous with, just nothing more than a give and go. Ivanic works her way to the foul line. Rims in the first free throw, making it 13-12 with a minute 19 left first quarter. Ivanic is instant offense off the bench. Second free throw, good. Good looking stroke from the foul line. And Mountain View has their first lead of the game at 14-12. And the full court pressure makes Andrews throw it out of bounds. A turnover for the Eagles. So the full court pressure, which they don't use a lot, was very effective. Right there, Sophie Tobin, number 33, checks in for the first time. And the pass stolen by Andrews, a careless pass by Bice. Into the front court goes Andrews, crossing over, stops, looks, over to Mesa. Mesa over to Enthoven, falls down this time. Foul's going to be called on Kabashigawa, her first, just the first team foul on Mountain View. But honestly, there was less contact on that exchange than the previous one where Enthoven basically got tackled and no foul was called. Jones inbounds to Meso. Enthoven now high post, lobs it, almost threw it away. Jones back to Enthoven, rotates it to Meso. Meso stops, double team comes, her pass deflected out off of Enthoven. Another turnover for the Eagles. 46 seconds left in the first quarter, a 16-second difference shot on game clock. Now bouncing it to Bice way outside. Bice crossing over to Kabashigawa left wing. Ivanic swings to Tobin. Tobin traveled. Good call. She was looking to pass before the intended target Fitzsimons was open, and there's the turnover. Now we'll see if Los Altos can hold for the final shot. Just about a second difference shot on game clock. More like 3/4 of a second. So we'll see how they play. Mesa on top nearly had the ball stolen. Ivanic playing good defense and forcing the turnover. Up ahead, Ivanic off the steal for Bice all the way, loses it. It goes out of bounds off of Ivanic, and another turnover. These teams have been far too careless with the ball in this quarter so far. You see the great turnover, but then I don't know what Ivanic was doing. She was trying to score, but pretty good defense there. Now, Jones with it at 7. Here is Klein over to Andrews at 3, takes the 15-footer short. Rebounded by Fitzsimons, quarter ends. A very exciting and competitive quarter with the score 14-12 Los Altos. KMVT Sports would like to thank our All Sports presenting sponsor, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Choose your PAMF doctor today, and we'll be back after this.
Ever since we moved to the United States, Palo Alto Medical Foundation has been taking care of our health. We love our doctor. She is always ready to listen to us and is very professional and answers all our questions and is very reassuring. PAMF has been there not just for my own family, but for the whole community, whether they're seeing patients or providing doctors for our free medical clinic.
Welcome back here to Mountain View High School with ready to start the second quarter. Everyone, I'm Andrew Ferry, glad to be bringing you this game. 14-12 Mountain View with the lead. Here are the Skval Dianza League standings. With Mountain View and Palo Alto, you see a top clearly better or been playing better than the rest at 4-0. But then there's that four-way tie between Los Altos, Saratoga, Gun, Los Gatos, all at 1 and 2. The Wilcox at 0-4, bringing up the rear. But you see, very competitive at the top, so it's important that Mountain View wins this game to get back in the race. And all of a sudden, if Los Altos wins the game, they're right back into the race. Here's Hughes driving. First possession of the second quarter. Lundberg fumbles it, working on Jones. Double comes outside to Vonage, bouncing it inside to Hughes. Rips it away, missed the layup. Rebound deflected to Enthoven. And back comes the Eagles with Andrews. Andrews over to Meso. Meso pounding the dribble. Now over to Jones. Looking, dribbled, close to double dribble, and then had it stolen away. Tobin up ahead of Vonage. Can she finish this time? No, she missed it. Rebounded by Meso. Couple fast break points on opportunities they haven't been able to convert. Andrews back the other way, all the way, lobs it to Enthoven, who deflected it out of bounds, but they're going to say last touched by Jamie Hughes. So it will be Los Altos basketball, fast and furious action with little execution right now. Monroe returns, and Andre Jones checks out. Andrews inbounds. Meso tees up a 3 short. Rebounded inside, and it's controlled by Meso, but a foul's called. And they're going to get Allegra Meso for the foul. Fifth team foul on the Eagles. Mountain View's been called for just one. Hughes into the front court off the inbound pass. Here's Wing over to Smith. 4 starters, and then Sophie Tobin out there for the Spartans. Lundberg to Hughes left wing. Hughes outside to Smith. Smith into the paint, got clobbed, and then travels. This time, they call a travel on Serena Smith. And yet another turnover in this basketball game. Now they'll set up their 2-2-1 full court press. Andrews will inbound. Gets it into Monroe, back to Andrews, and it's swung along over to Enthoven, who lobs it in the front court to Monroe. Monroe steps back. Andrews swings it along to Meso, lobs it high post, Enthoven back to Andrews. Now Glein, baseline jumper, way too strong. Rebounded by Smith. And Smith into the front court will push. Over to Tobin, deep 2. Back iron miss. Rebounded inside by Bice. Bice goes up strong, missed that. Smith, a second chance, missed that. And rebounded by Andrews. How many close-in shots and turnovers are the Spartans going to have after all that they're still up to? Andrews over to Meso. Enthoven spinning, floats one up in the paint. Back iron miss. Rebounded, taken away by Hughes. Great rebound over Glein. Now she pushes. Here into the front court is Tobin. Back iron miss with the run and hook. Rebounded by Andrews. And Andrews controls. Over to Meso. They want to slow things up, which I think is a great idea. The way this game's been going around the screen. 2-3 zone here. Andrews pounding the dribble. Looks over to Glein. Glein back to Andrews. 5:24 left in the half. Her pass deflected and stolen by Hughes. Hughes back the other way. Lobs it up ahead. Bice the good catch. Runner floats that up. No good. Rebounded by Hughes. There's a lid on both baskets. Still a scoreless second quarter. And Monroe nearly carried it but picked it up. Meso over to Andrews, drives baseline, tried to shove it along to Enthoven. She turns it over. Rebounded by Kabashigawa. Hughes into the front court. This has not been pretty basketball. Hughes all the way. She'll float it up, and finally we get a whistle and a foul called. Hughes will go to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on Meg Enthoven, her first 16 foul. Hughes off the rebound. Great attack, but bad job of defense. Maybe a little bit of fatigue with that long, lengthy sequence without a stoppage, but no one cut her off, and she got too deep penetration. Got fouled. Hughes makes the first free throw. That's the first point scored by either team in this second quarter. Makes it 15-12. Rachel Lewin for the first time. For the Eagles, as Hughes makes both 16-12 the score. This sets up their full court pressure. Lou was in for Meso. They turn it off. Kabashigawa the steal. Tobin the layup. Timeout Los Altos. It'll be a 30-second timeout. They have to figure out a way to break the press with 4:45 left second quarter. It's 18-12 in favor of the Spartans. That was just a careless pass. And Kabashigawa, great anticipation getting the steal and the feed to Tobin for the layup. But this has been a lot of sloppy basketball in this first half. But right now, Mountain View is their largest lead at 6, 18-12. The foul disparity, 6 have been called on the Eagles in the half, just 1 on Mountain View. So Mountain View's defense can be just that much more aggressive with that kind of many fouls to give. Again, you shoot free throws starting at the 7th foul in high school, just like in college, in each half. So they have 5 fouls to give. Out of the timeout, Lou will inbound. Gets it in to Andrews. Andrews over the top to Enthoven. Now Lou. Lou to Andrews. Get no backcourt violation in women's basketball. Here's Lou. Pounding the dribble. Lou into the paint. Nearly travels. Glein outside to Andrews. 14 to shoot. Takes a IR 3. That's an air ball. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Spartans basketball. Checking in for the first time is Kaylin Bice. And she replaces Serena Smith. So good defender. Checks in for good defender. Hughes pounding the dribble in the front court over to Kabashigawa. Now here's Bice. Inner pass stolen by Andrews. Andrews will bring it up. Can Los Altos go break the seal in this quarter? Here's Andrews out top. They have not scored in what is now 4 minutes and 5 seconds of action. Pull up jumper, back iron miss. They just cannot buy a basket. Rebounded by Kabashigawa. And back come the Spartans, 18-12. Hughes pounding the dribble. Left wing, here's Emma Bice feeding her sister Kayla. Now Emma Bice out top. Drives, steps back, double comes, fights through. Other Bice, here's Tobin. Tobin in the paint, floats one, a wide arcer with the left hand, gets her own rebound. Pushed up, no. Rebounded by Hughes, back iron miss. No, rebounded by Tobin. She goes up, that's around and down, and on the 5th opportunity, got it to go. Sets up the pressure, 8-point lead. What Los Altos has really struggled to do all year is when they faced full court press. That's sure why Mountain View is pressing more than they typically do. A reach and foul's called on the Spartans, but this is way too many opportunities. A miss, and then another opportunity, and it was only a matter of time before they were going to score. With those kind of looks at the basket, Andrews and Lou out, Monroe and Jones back in with 3:05 left in a half. Inbound goes to Monroe. Here's Enthoven right wing. Round a screen to her left. Enthoven. Now Monroe swings along. A deep 3. Back iron miss. Missed by Meso. And Kaylin Bice the rebound. Now Emma Bice in the front court attacks. Lobs it to Tobin. Tobin. Baseline reverse layup. Got blocked by the rim. Missed that on the second opportunity. Deflected out and out of bounds to Los Altos. So we have a foul called on Sophie Tobin, her first for Mountain View. Just the 3rd team foul on the Spartans. Kabashigawa gets a well-deserved rest. And Yovanich back in. Gets the pressure as Monroe. Stops, bouncing it to Meso. Meso looking, her pass deflected out of bounds. It will still be Eagles basketball with 2:33 left in the opening half. Inbound goes to Meso. Meso lobs it along to Monroe. Monroe to Meso. Meso's around the screen to her right. Stops over to Jones. Jones outside the arc. Bouncing it to Meso. Inside her pass too tall. And too much mustard on it intended for Enthoven. Another turnover. Hughes back the other way. All the way Tobin lays it in with the right hand. 10-point game now. First double-digit lead for either team. And now trying to get the steal was Emma Bice fouling Katie Monroe. For Emma Bice, it's her first. But off the rebound, this is just tic-tac-toe. Beautiful basketball. Hughes with her head up all the time was able to find the wide open Sophie Tobin for the layup as Lise Fitzsimons returns to action, replacing Emma Bice. So it's Tobin out there with Ivanic, Kaylin Bice, Hughes, and Fitzsimons. And now breaking the pressure is Monroe, who goes up and gets hacked. And Katie Monroe will go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw shot in the game for the Eagles. To get that on Kaylin Bice, her first. First free throw, no good for Monroe. Keeps it at 22-12. Still hard to believe that with a minute 55 left second quarter, Eagles have not scored in the quarter. Monroe desperately trying to change that. No, she cannot. Short on both free throws. It's amazing. Can we possibly have a shutout in a quarter in basketball? Into the front court goes Hughes. Hughes around the screen to her left. Stops. Hands off to Smith. Serena Smith to Hughes. No look pass to Fitzsimons, who missed the easy layup. Rebound underneath is a jump ball between Meso and Ivanic. It will go out of bounds to the Eagles. A minute 35 left second quarter. Jones inbounds to Meso. Bouncing it to Monroe. Double comes. Monroe looks over to Enthoven. Lob pass into Jones. Over to Monroe, missed an open player, drives, baseline floater, air ball. Ivanic, wide open. Here's Smith, all the way, layup, good. And it's 24-12. They're on a 12-0 run. And now dribbles it off her foot. Hughes, baseline jumper, got knocked down, no call. Airballed the shot. It's off of Jones. And it will be Mountain View basketball. But I mean, at the other end, Monroe had Enthoven wide open and just didn't throw her the basketball. Now they're not going to allow the substitution, as Sophie Catchviz was set to check in for the first time. Now they allow her to enter. Jamie Hughes will go out, for she just absolutely got clobbered and no foul called. Serena Smith will inbound. Smith looking. Lobs it into Fitzsimons, who had it poked away. Catchviz back to Fitzsimons, foul line jumper, around and down. Under a minute to go, it's 26-12, 16-0 Mountain View run, dating back to early first quarter, or late first quarter. Mesa up and the Venu lays it in, and finally, it took them 7 minutes, 15 seconds to score in the quarter. A drought that lasted over a quarter in length. Smith crossing over, floats one up with the left hand around and out. Rebounded by Catchviz. Good work on the boards. Here's Kaylin Bice. They can play for virtually the final shot if they want. Ivanic over to Smith, 23 on the timer. Floats one up, back iron, curls down for Serena Smith. Doubling up the Eagles now 28-14. 15 seconds left. Enthoven up ahead to Jones. Jones stops. Her floater from 8, back iron miss. Rebound deflected and an over the back foul, I believe. Or do they call it a mountain? No, it's over the back. 1-on-1 free throws coming for the Spartans. For Megan Enthoven, it's her second foul, 17 foul in the half. And it will be Sophie Catchviz going to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. She doesn't get many minutes, but the junior is her first year on varsity. Short on the front end, but gets her own rebound. 5 seconds. Ivanic, good pass into Bice. Back to Ivanic, floater, good! As the horn sounds! That was well done. Maybe the best half of basketball they played all season, and they take a 16-point lead to the break. A terrible mistake by the Eagles, allowing an offensive rebound off a missed shot, especially by the shooter, but then great give and go, a play we've seen them run to perfection in the first half. After 16 minutes of basketball, the lead is 16, with Mountain View leading 30-14.
KMVT 15 provides an array of professional media services for businesses. Our video services include ribbon cuttings, grand openings, promotional, training, corporate culture, testimonial, and much more. By hiring our professional staff, you are helping to support our mission to provide resources and educational opportunities to the community. Give us a call today.
As a busy mom of 3 kids, I find it extremely convenient to access My Health Online. My Health Online's messaging service allows me to keep in close contact with our doctor.
Being able to email the doctor with questions gave us assurance that they do take an interest in the patients. That's why we've been with PAN for more than 10 years and keep adding members, the newest member.
Welcome back here to Mountain View High School, where we're about to start the second half. Andrew Fury back with you. It's 30-14 Spartans in the lead behind a 16-2 second quarter. That's right, 16-2. You heard me correctly. Jamie Hughes with it. Same 10 starters out there, 5 for each team. Here's Serena Smith with it, driving with the left. Smith backs out over to Wing. Right winger's Hughes. Jab step. Hughes stops. Over to Smith. Smith at the high post, shovels it along to Fitzsimons. Here's Wang. Wang to Hughes. Pump fakes. Hughes in the paint. Floats one up. Back iron miss. Rebound. Underneath. Goes out. They're going to say last touch by Lundberg. It will be Los Altos basketball. Inbound against full court pressure. Now Monroe. Here's Klein. Klein in the front court. Pounding the dribble all the way. Floats one up from the baseline. Hit the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Hughes. Over to Wing. Wing pounding the dribble in the front court. Bouncing it along to Hughes. Hughes floater from the foul line. An awkward looking shot. Gets her own rebound. Short again. Rebounded inside by Enthoven. Good strong rebound, but they're going to have to make a dent offensively in order to come back in this one. Obviously down 16. Pounding the dribble is Monroe. Monroe over to Enthoven, left wing. Enthoven around the screen. Over to Monroe. Swings into the corner. Here's Meso. Bouncing it into Glein. Glein outside. Gets knocked down. Blocking foul is going to be called on the Spartans. Fouls on Elise Fitzsimons. That will be the first team foul in the half. Inbound from Jones, gets deflected, Glein to the floor, and a jump ball will give it to the Eagles. They'll keep it right here. Fortunate to retain possession because that pass was telegraphed and had turnover written all over it. Inbound coming here from Jones. Now Enthoven out top, Monroe. Monroe pounding the dribble all the way, floats one up, partially blocked out of bounds by Fitzsimons. Good rotation and help defense, so will stay with the Eagles. Jones will inbound again. Let's see if 3 times the charge. Inbound lobbed over the top to Meso. Meso backing out with the dribble. Meso crossing over around the screen to her left. Meso out top, here's Jones. Jones, cross court. Monroe feeds inside Glein. Glein looks. Outside is Monroe. Double comes to Glein. Shovels along. Meso was open. Tried to pass it. Got deflected. Smith out of there with it. Smith all the way in on Meso. Gets hacked. Foul's good. And the foul. Meso was open, and see, why didn't she take the shot initially? By that dribble allowed the defense to recover, and that's why the steal happened. And then what concentration by Serena Smith to finish and get fouled by Meso. So bad sequence all the way around for Allegra Meso. Trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, cannot, off the back rim, rebound by Enthoven. So just the 2, lead at 18. This is the largest lead of the game now. Andrews into the front court. Can Los Altos get anything going? Right wing bouncing inside Enthoven. Enthoven all the way, floats one up. Got partially blocked. Rebound deflected around to Wang. Wang over to Hughes. Now Smith. Wang. Lundberg in left wing. Here's Fitzsimons high post. Over to Smith. Jab step. Smith backs out, crosses over, stops, shovels along, Hughes foul line jumper, good for Jamie Hughes. And against the full court pressure, nearly is turned over. Jones around the screen, her pass wildly deflected. And coming back is Hughes. Lead at 20, Hughes crossing over, feeds, baseline jumper, Wang no good off the back rim, deflected to Smith who had it blocked. Smith tried to save it to herself. Double comes. Lundberg all the way. Floats one up off glass and good for Allison Lundberg. Timeout. It's going to be a full timeout for the Eagles who trail by 22. Quick 6 points here for the Spartans. A block. And then Smith somehow saved it herself. The reason it wasn't a turnover is because she dribbled, made the attempt to dribble, and great find. Whenever double comes, someone's open. That time it was Lundberg, and great find. Lundberg able to finish. 22-point advantage, Mountain View's largest. KMVT thanks our sponsor, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, for bringing you this season of high school sports coverage. Choose your PAMF doctor today. 4:57 left in the third quarter. It's 36-14 Spartans. Welcome back here to Mountain View High School, where Los Altos' deficit now 22-36 to 14. 4:57 left in the third quarter, and the onslaught has continued. Believe it or not, at one point in this game, Los Altos led 10-6. Since then, it's been 30-4. Open three for Jones. Can't make that. Rebounded by Ethelman. She somehow gets a floater off glass. Got fouled. So Meg Ethelman will be going to the line to shoot 2. That's just the second team foul in the half called on the Spartans. 1 has been called on the Eagles. Free throw rounded down. So 36-15 in favor of Los Altos, or in favor of Mountain View, with Los Altos having a second free throw. They've been their best free throw shooter in the season. And makes both. Whatever routine works for you, lead down to 20 at 36-16. Jogging in the front court is Hughes. Hughes crosses over, pounding the dribble. Hughes wants to set up some offense. He's crossing over on the screen to the right. In, leans in, floats one up off glass and in. 38-16, and Hughes has played a brilliant basketball game. Andrews back the other way, crossing over to Jones. Around the screen to the left. Stops, over to Andrews. Andrews pounding the dribble. Outside, Jones a deep 2. Way too strong. Rebounded, saved by Glein to Ethelman. There's Monroe crossing over into the paint. Floats one up over triple team. Got waxed on the arm, and she'll be going to the line to shoot 2. As here's Hughes, reading the defense, never in a hurry, around the screen, and then just attacked. Saw the mismatch. Knew the help was going to come, but by then the help was too late, so she was able to lay it in. Monroe will get a couple of freebies. It makes the first a high arcing swish. 38-17. 5 touchdowns in the field goal to 2 touchdowns in the field goal. Rimming in is Monroe, 38-18. And checking in for the first time is Kelly Vroom, number 20, wearing the face mask, broke her nose a couple of games ago. Initially thought to be out for this game, but appears to be good enough to play. Here's Tobin, feeding back cut. Here's Hughes, floats one up off glass and then down low left with the right hand once again. And the lead keeps seesawing back and forth between 20 and 22. Here is Monroe inside. Good catch by Glein, who lays it in. Rachel Glein, a good feed. And Vroom back to Hughes. So it lead at 20, 40-20. 3:20 and counting left, third quarter. Hughes pounding the dribble. Out there with Tobin, Fitzsimons, Vroom, and Rhea Bergman. Hughes checked in for the first time. Tobin passes it out of bounds, and Vroom couldn't catch it, so turnover will give it to the Eagles. Here's a great crossover, and then a good back cut. Pass was not ideal, but Hughes, with her soft hands, able to corral it and get it in. There's Allegra Meso, who jogs into the front court, lobs it over to Monroe. Pump fake, drives baseline. Cut off, her pass to no one in particular. Glein saves it. Here's Banders, her shot partially blocked. Los Altos contingent looking for a foul. Rebound to Smith. Up ahead, Tobin. Short and shot is good for Sophie Tobin. 42-20. They have played a marvelous game at the Spartans. Andrews bouncing it to Monroe, traveled. Good call. Couldn't catch it cleanly and forgot to dribble. Off the air ball, great pass by Smith, but what is Los Altos doing? No one got back and rotated in time. That's always the job of one of the guards, either point guard if not taking the shot, or the shooting guard. No one communicated on who was getting back. That led to the easy layup. Now, a deep 2 from Ivanic, who's returned to the lineup. Back iron miss, rebounded by Andrews. Andrews accelerates. Andrews in on Ivanic, will reset, nothing there, good decision. Now Meso, they can't take too much time, down 22 with 2 left in the third. Meso picks up her dribble over to Enthoven. Now Monroe, right wing, bouncing out top. Enthoven looks over to Meso. Meso lobs it Glein into the paint, loses control, gets bailed out with a foul call. Should be called on the floor. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, they're not giving her shots. Good call. Fouls on Rhea Bergman, who's a rower as well as a basketball player. Her first, and now she gets a quick seat on the bench with Emma Bice returning. Interesting, Ray Bergman has a scholarship offer to play at Duke as a rower. Inbound pass here coming from Andrews. Lobs it in to Monroe. Meso, round to Andrews, back to Meso. Meso, cross court to Monroe. Monroe over to Meso, swings around Andrews. Andrews stops, floats it up, partially blocked at the side of the backboard, gets it back, reverse line, no. Rebounded and secured by Hughes, who's been their best player on both ends of the court tonight. Here's Smith, bouncing it to Vonage, short, jumper short, rebounded inside by Bice, and Andrews' jump ball will keep it with the Spartans. A minute and a half to go. Minute 32 to be precise in the third. 42-20. Kaylin Bice returns and replaces Sophie Tobin, who got a little bit of run here in the second half after a key contributor in the first. Now I think there's a dispute about what the shot clock should be at, but it clearly hit the rim. So the shot clock is accurate, or should be accurate. I don't know what they're doing. From my vantage point, you could clearly see that it hit the rim, but they're going to put the shot clock at 26, I guess. Maybe Mountain View had a little bit of possession after the rebound. I didn't think so, though. Inbound to Vonage. Inside, it swung around. Here's Bice. Bice in, floats one up, off glass it in for Emma Bice. And the lead grows to 24, their largest advantage of the game. Mesa over to Monroe. Monroe against a 2-3 zone now. They've done well, good job mixing up their defenses. Inside to Andrews, triple team. Out Mesa, a three. Back iron miss. He needs to shoot that shot though. Rebound secured by Emma Bice. Up to Vonage. Vonage cut off. Now we'll slow things down. Great feed inside to Kaylin Bice. Her shot blocked, but she got fouled. So Kaylin Bice will be at the line to shoot 2 free throws with 57 seconds left, third quarter. See at the rebound, and Vonage does a great job of pushing in transition. And then great feed, but bad recognition of the Eagles cutting off cutters. And that allows Bice to get 2 free throws. First one is up and rattles home. 45-20 in favor of Mountain View. Second free throw here for Bice is up, rounded out, no good, rebounded by Ethelvin. So the lead right now at 25 with 16 at the break. And pounding the dribble in the front court is Andrews. Here's Meso left wing. Ethelvin. Ethelvin over to Andrews. Andrews drives baseline, cut off, gets crushed. Fouls called on Kaylin Bice. Andrews went down hard. Hopefully everyone's okay. Nothing dirty or all. I think there was less contact than what Andrews showed, but it was definitely a foul. Now they get the correction on the foul. It's Emma Bice called for it. Both Bice girls were in the area. 41 seconds left in the third, 45-20. Andrews will inbound underneath her own basket. Gets it into Meso. Inside the line, Karam's over to Ethelvin, who misses the layup, but got fouled. So Ethelvin will go to the line to shoot 2, where she's 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Foul's going to be called, as that was a great pass into Ethelvin, and she got fouled. Trying to sort out who the foul was on. The referee motioned number 33, and there is no 33 on the court. That plays for Mountain View, really for either team. So maybe it was called on Serena Smith, I'm not sure. We'll see. Try to sort that out later. Rebound is secured by Smith after Ethelvin gets 1 of 2 free throws. Smith in the front court, final 30 seconds of the third quarter. Here's Hughes out near the Spartan logo. They'll play for 1 look here. About a 4.5 second difference, shot on game clock. Pounding the dribble is Hughes, now 10 seconds to shoot. Pounding the dribble with 8. On to go now, it's 5. Crossing over, gets a screen, lays it up and in with the left hand, much too easy. The Eagles then gets the steal, lays it up and in again, a quick 4 points. Lead at 28. That just about deflated the Eagles' spirits right there with a quick 4 points. Let's see, here's Hughes. This is the first part of the action. Crossing over, gets a great screen. The help was feeble attempt right there, and then unaware of the steal. Great steal by Hughes. They were just unaware, passing it in to no avail, and gets the steal and the bucket. So we've reached the end of 3 quarters with the score, Mountain View 49, Los Altos 21. Welcome back here to Mountain View High School. Ready to start the 4th quarter with Mountain View leading by 28, 49 to 21. Some substitutions in for the Eagles now. Checking in for the first time is Funo Himes, number 5. Ed Mesa with it, out there with Glein, Monroe, and Enthavin, the other members of the team out on the court. Here's Mesa, right wing, inside to Glein. Glein double comes outside to Monroe, bouncing it along to Mesa, right wing 3, good for Allegra Mesa. 49 to 23. Actually, they only gave her credit for 2 points, I guess. Maybe a long 2. You saw one referee definitely put up the 3-point sign. Here's Smith. And Bice throws it off the foot of a Los Altos player out of bounds. It'll stay with Mountain View 17 on the shot clock. See, I thought this was a 3. Let's see. They only gave her credit for 2. Yep, definitely toes on the line, so that was a good call. One referee put up the 3-point sign. The other put up the normal 2 sign. So that finally got it worked out for the right call. Here's Bice, a running hook off the back rim, no good. Gets her own rebound and lays it up and in for Emma Bice. 51 to 23, Spartans. Back into the front court goes Mesa. Minute gone in this 4th quarter. Around a screen, Mesa steps back, bouncing it to Himes. Back to Mesa, swung along to Monroe, around the screen to her left. Mesa had it poked away, gets it back. Mesa into the paint, all the way, floats one up, off glass and in for a Monroe, Katie Monroe. Los Altos contingent is fired up, 51 to 25. On the screen, great feed inside by Smith to Ivanic, who missed the runner, short, but got fouled. So Ivanic will go to the line to shoot 2. Giovanna Ivanic. And she got hacked by Glein. Clearly a foul, but a great post up there by Ivanic. Gave a great target, got the ball in no time. Got the shot attempt off and got fouled. She misses the first though. So she'll get another, trying to make it a 27-point game. 16 fouls on the Mountain View Spartans, just 3 on the Eagles in the half. Second breather is good. Makes it a 52-25 lead. And returning is Tiffany Wang, replacing Ivanic, who's played a great game. So Los Altos with the ball. And down by 27. Monroe over to Glein. Now Mesa. Mesa pump fakes inside to Enthavin. Turns, jump hook, off glass, no. Rebound, tripped around, gets it back, goes up again, scores it, and gets fouled for Meg Enthavin. Tough work on the glass, trying to complete a 3-point play here. But it looks like it's going to be a little too late. Great post up and then missed the shot, but great hustle to get the ball back and fouled and put it in. Trying to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. It's good. So 52-28 in favor of the Spartans with the ball, 6:20 left. Here's Wang into the front court. Bounding the dribble over to Kobashigawa. Kobashigawa steps back, crosses over to Jazz. Now gets it to Wang. Wang pounding the dribble all the way. Sets up, pulls off glass, no good. Rebounded inside by Glein. Good, tough rebound. Now into the front court, Meso. Here's Himes. Himes pounding the dribble. Outside. Here is Meso. Now Monroe in the corner. Monroe lobs it over to Enthavin. Over here's Meso. Meso back to Enthavin. Now Monroe. Monroe looks. High post, Glein. Glein in the paint. Out to Monroe. Double comes. Tried to drive through it and traveled. Bad decision that time with 2 on the timer for Katie Monroe. Turns it over. And with 5.5 minutes to go, Checking in for the first time is Jamie Keaston, placing Rachel Glein. Also checking in for the first time is Millie Karp for the Eagles, number 25. Doesn't see a lot of action, but in right now. Against a 1-2-2 extended zone for the Eagles. Here's Wang. Now Lundberg. Over to Wang. Drives baseline, cut off. Double team comes, floats it out to Bergman. Now here is Kobashigawa, bouncing it to Cashvez with 12. Cashvez drives, floats one up, gets fouled. So Sophie Cashvez will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws with 5:09 left. See, out of the double team, a good pass along here to Cashvez, and then she drove, and I'm not sure she was intending to shoot that early, but felt the contact, got it up on the rim to get 2 free throws. Makes the first. She gets another. Her team now leads by 25. Second free throw. Short, missed it, but again gets her own missed free throw and gets fouled again by Meg Enthoven. Unbelievable. She has missed 2 free throws in this game, has rebounded them both. Failure to block out in this game, really, whether it's been a free throw or not a free throw. Story of the game for the Eagles. They started off this game so well, and then that second quarter happened. It's been all downhill since then, and makes the first. Let's see if she tries to intentionally miss the second to get her own miss. Cashvez is now 3 for 5 at the free throw line. But really, she's been responsible for more 5 points, at least so far, 6 points. And airballs the second, so no chance of a rebound there. She's splits the pair like she has the previous 2 trips. Oh, they're calling a lane violation, I guess. I didn't see it. But she'll get another chance because of the lane violation. It's Cashvez. Rounded out, still misses, and another whistle. This time a lane violation on a shooter, so the rebound doesn't matter. And the ball will go over to the Los Altos Eagles. Karp will inbound and gets it in to Monroe. Monroe into the front court. Over to Enthoven. Enthoven around screen to her left. Enthoven over to Himes. Himes now shuffles it along to Monroe. Monroe pounding the dribble outside to Enthoven. Enthoven over to Monroe. Monroe pounding the dribble to Enthoven. Enthoven in the paint all the way. Floats her up with the left hand. Missed it badly. Gets her own rebound. Puts it back up. Gets fouled. And she'll go back to the line to shoot 2. As Allison Lundberg got her over that across the head. And suddenly a lot of fouls have come both ways. A great job of driving by Enthoven. And again, her hard work on the board. She's been one of the few Eagles that has worked hard on the offensive and defensive glass, and her work has been rewarded. First free throw's good. She gets another. 54-29 now the score. Second free throw. It is around and down. So Enthoven, who's been very solid all season at the line, again in this game. 4.5 to go. The score now 54-30. Bounding the dribble is Wang. Bouncing it over to Lundberg. Lundberg feeds Bergman a little too strong. Somehow saves it. And her pass awry and goes out of bounds off of Spartans. So it will be Los Altos basketball. Right now, Himes, Monroe, Enthoven, Keaston, and Karp on the court for Los Altos. Inbound goes to Katie Monroe. She jogs it in the front court. Monroe over to Enthoven. Round screen to her left. Now here's Monroe. Karp at a corner 3. Short off the front rim. Enthoven the rebound. Had to take it away by Tobin. Tobin on the go. Tobin stumbles. They're going to call a foul as it winds up in Bergman's hands. That is just the 16th foul on the Eagles, so they had 1 foul to give. And it will be Mountain View ball out of bounds, but both teams shooting the rest of the game with 4:06 left. Inbounds coming from Kobashigawa. Gets it into Bergman. Now high post Tobin. Tobin driving, floats one up, got it blocked, gets her own rebound. It swung around to Kabashigawa, back to Wang, who pump fakes on a three. Lobs it over to Kajvez. Her jumper, banked it in for Sophie Kajvez. Not sure if she was intending to do that, but that was quite a score. Front court goes Monroe. Lead at 26 now, as large as Ben. Carp and Rainbow three is an air ball off of Enthoven. No, they're going to call foul? One shot, one referee, now they're just going to give it to Mountain View. One referee had fouled, the other had just out of bounds. Here's Wang, great pump fake, and they lobbed it to Kajvez. Yeah, I can tell on that shot, definitely not aiming glass, but it worked nonetheless. Into the front court goes Wang. 3.5 to go. Here is inside. Good catch. Double comes. Flipped it out to Fitzsimons, who loses it. Still loose, and it winds up in Himes. Himes up ahead. Here's Monroe. Monroe pounding the dribble all the way. Floats one up off glass. No. Rebound deflected around. Comes to Wang. Wang bouncing it over to Tobin. Tobin wears those goggles when she plays. Into the front court. Here's Kabashigawa. Now Kajvez. Cross court. Wang. Open three. Short. Rebound deflected around off of Keyston. It will be no. They gave it to Mountain View, who are down 26. I thought for sure that was off of Jamie Keyston, number 1 for Los Altos. But nonetheless, Los Altos with the basketball. In the front court goes Monroe. Monroe pounding the dribble. Over to Himes, who nearly lost it out of bounds. Now spins. Himes out top. Here's Keyston. Keyston over to Monroe left wing. Monroe pounding the dribble. Help comes, floats one up. Gets fouled. Either way, it'll be free throws, whether it's on the shot or not. I believe they called it on the ground, though, so it'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Monroe. Fouls on Sophie Tobin, her second. Here's Monroe driving, penetrating the defense, but then definitely got bumped a little bit. First free throw is up and short. So the rebound to Kajvez off the Monroe miss. Gets it to Wang. Wang will run the point, 2.5 minutes to go. Monroe pounding the dribble. Or make that Wang around the screen. Now it's Kabashigawa. Here's Kalen Bice over to Kajvez. Kajvez to Kabashigawa, Kalen Bice. Get double comp, spins out of it. Out to Fitzsimons, who's returned as well. High post, here's Kajvez, another jumper off glass. No, gets it back. Got hacked, no call. Rebound to Kingston. Up ahead, Monroe all the way. Lays it up and in for Katie Monroe. They've been stuck on 30 for a while. Good to see another hoop go down. Here's Wang. Out guarded top by Millie Karp. Here's Kabashigawa. Now Kalen Bice. Lobs across court. Here's Wang. Wang inside, intended for Fitzsimons, poked away, Himes the steal, then runs right into Kajvez, who steals it. Layup down low left with the right hand is good. And a steal by Wang. Her floater in the paint, off back rim and curls down. Another careless inbound pass. 60-32 the score. This is all cooked, sliced, and glazed, folks. Monroe. Here is Himes. Himes, long two, way too strong. Karp out to Monroe. Baseline or elbow jumper is an air ball, but got fouled, so Katie Monroe will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Well, here's the first score. It was off the deflection. Just Himes never knew that Kajvez was there, and then she laid it in. And then off the inbound pass, a great recognition. You can't really see in the picture, but from this angle it'll be better. No one took account of Wang to get the steal. And then, see right there, no, she never knew Wang was lurking, and you always have to be careful about defenders in the vicinity. Short on the second, missing both is Monroe, but the ball caroms out of bounds off of Kalen Bice. It will be Los Altos basketball. For Mountain View, they'll improve to 14-3 on the season, 5-0 in league play, and put pressure now on Palo Alto Vikings to win their next game to also get to 5-0. There's a jumper up and good by Katie Monroe, 60-34. The tough season for the Eagles continues a little bit. They will fall to 4-10, just 1-3 in league play, and really trying to lick their wounds before their upcoming game. As there's a foul, Lundberg trying to drive, and foul will become on Millie Karp. For Karp, it's just her first 17 foul loss. Altos to Mountain View shoots 1-1 with Allison Lundberg. Upcoming games for Mountain View, they will play at Palo Alto Vikings on the 23rd of January. That is just this Friday. So that will be a key pivotal game in the Sval League standings. For Los Altos, they will host Los Gatos, who's also coming into tonight's action at 1-2 in league play. So they're trying to lick their wounds a little bit and get back in the win column. Front end is missed. Rebounded by Enthoven. Final 43 seconds of this one. Monroe over to Enthoven. Enthoven around screen to her left. Enthoven, Monroe, swung along, Karp open three. Way short. Rebounded inside by Fitzsimons. Then gets tied up. No fouls called. I thought it was a jump ball. Foul's going to be called. So Fitzsimons will shoot 1-1 free throws. That's the 8th team foul on the Los Altos Eagles. This game is brought to you with help from our presenting sponsor, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, a Sutter Health affiliate. Choose your PAMP doctor today. 31 seconds left in regulation, 60-34 Mountain View with the lead. It's 1-1, yeah. One referee corrects the other. It's 1-1. Obviously not a shooting foul, and that was only the 8th on the Eagles. Front end is good. She'll get the bonus. Fitzsimons is well to knock it in. Make it 61-34. All this will do is change the final outcome of the game. Second free throw good as well. Fitzsimons, Candela's worked on that. She was a struggling free throw shooter the last couple of years, but this year has improved a lot in that area. Under half a minute to go. Lobbing a high post, here's Enthoven. Enthoven drives all the way around the defender. Got blocked by Fitzsimons, who gets the rebound to Bice, and they don't have to shoot again, and they can salt this one away. Look forward to a date with the Palo Alto Vikings on Friday in Palo Alto. Here's Vroom dribbling it out top. Bice, Lundberg, and Kobashigawa to go with Fitzsimons. Shot no good from Monroe. Game's over, and the tough start to the league standings continue for the Los Altos Eagles as Mountain View, with that help of that great second quarter in which they outscored the Los Altos Eagles 16-2, come out with a 62-34 win. They improved to 14-3 overall, 5-0 in league play, while Los Altos falls to 4-10, 1-3 in Sval's league standings. Tonight's producer and director is Bobby Chastain. On camera is Renee Mendoza, Jim Twu, and Steve Coughlin. And a special thanks to Mountain View High School for making this broadcast possible. Now for everyone here at KMVT, I'm Andrew Fury saying so long from Mountain View High School, where tonight the Mountain View Spartans throttled the Los Altos Eagles 62-34.